Hello, friends. This is a reading for the sign of Libra. For the summer months, it's looking at finances. It's called How to Make Financial Abundance, or How to Have More Financial Abundance, or something like that. But we want to talk about money. Now, at the end of this reading, after we get a little bit of advice on how to improve our financial circumstances, then we want to look at how love is growing. That reading will be at my Vimeo channel. I'll leave the link here for you to access those videos as well. But right now, Sun, Moon, Rising, Libra. First, we grabbed a rune, and we started out with Suilo. And Suilo is really great. I think it's probably the best rune in the bag because it talks about the sun, the completion, the brightness, the radiance of success. This is always a good rune to have going into a reading. It speaks of strength and courage and everything kind of all balled up into one. But it talks about success, and we like that for all of us, not just Libra, but for all of us. So first I need, now the World card here, I'm going to pull that one because it's along the same lines as our Suilo, the World, and the Sun. Two very successful cards. They talk omens. They talk about completions. The World card, though, that's big. World travel. Success on a lot of different levels. Today's one of those days, guys, forgive me, but it just feels like the words are coming out. I have nothing to think about them. They're just flying out of my face. And now I need 4 of this card. These are my, what are they, 24 karat gold cards. 2, 3, 4. In the first position, we want to ask, what do we need to consider now, Libra? Well, money, 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 passion, desire. We have the 10 of clubs, though, and the 10 of clubs talks about, yes, completions, finalizations. Around your finances, it talks about growth. For some of you, this is a retirement. For some of you, you're taking a vacation, a trip. You're lightening your load. Maybe business has been busy and you've had a lot of fundamental business decisions on your back. You may be an executive. You may be running your own business. I do think that these two, the Rune and the World card, talks about travel for some of my Libra. Some of you are setting out on world travel, but for those of you who are at a more advanced age like me, oh, I'd say over 50, this trip you take, let it be a clue that you're going to think about your retirement here. You're really going to be considering, if you're at that point in your life where you're wanting to downsize, maybe sell your house, your cars, maybe you're just looking to lighten your load financially and to start out on a new footing. with a lighter load, less responsibility. And again, this can talk about retirement for some of you. Now, what or who can help you now? The Ten of Wands, the Ten of Clubs. Here we are, having to lighten our load, having to let go of all the responsibility, the Eight of Pentacles or the Eight of Diamonds. The Eight of Diamonds talks about all that accomplishment, all of that work. But again, in this category of what it is that can help you now, the conversation for some of you needs to be there. Maybe you're starting to suffer the effects of an aging body, and it's time to slow down. It's okay to need to slow down, to figure out a way. Maybe some of you need to continue working. How do you continue working while lightening your load? It feels to me like something needs to give. Something needs to be let up. Maybe a vacation will solve some of what is ailing you. But I think some adventure, some fun, some world travel, good wine, I think that is on the agenda for some of you. But again, you're going to be talking about lightening your load. Next, we've got the position that asks, a challenge that you may need to deal with. The Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles or the Two of Diamonds. Well, what might be getting in your way? The need to work, the need to continue working, knowing that you want to let go of the responsibility. The need for the money is actually more important. And so you want to try to maybe choreograph your life a little bit better. Maybe a little bit more enjoyment and a little bit less responsibility. Try to take some of the weight off of your back. Relieve some of that by dictating authority, giving over some of those responsibilities to someone else. There is absolutely a need to lighten the load, to take on less responsibility. You may have to juggle your finances a little bit better. You may have to do without some of the really, some of the more expensive delights in life to make it work. But I do see that there is going to seriously be some talk of downsizing or cutting back for some of you. Now, the outcome. The Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Hearts. Satisfaction, happiness, joy. You may be uncertain of how it's all going to go, but I think on a whole, you're looking at a lot more happiness, maybe a lot more leisure time, a lot more satisfaction. A lot more satisfaction. 2, 5, 2, 9, 7, 8. I was waiting for someone to show up. The Jack of Clubs or the Knight of Wands. Well, you know, he's the guy, he kind of wants what he wants when he wants it. And he can be somewhat self-absorbed, but he's driven by his desire. He knows exactly what to get in this life. Now, what we have here is 10, 15, 17, 26. We've got a 6 here. It all boils down to a 6. And 6 is the Lovers. Look for value rather than money in your situation. So the advice that Spirit is sending to you on improving your circumstances is look for the value in what you're wanting to achieve more than the money. And the success will find you. You may be making an emotional choice with a discussion of retirement. There may be a bit of risk that comes with a discussion of completely retiring at this time. Although you're thinking a lot of people your age are doing it, for you it might not be a terribly sound financial discussion yet. But I think you've got to work towards it. I think slowly but surely, one step at a time, in gradual baby steps, you will get there. You will find that comfort zone, that cushy area where you've made enough of the work cutbacks, where you do have time to enjoy some fun and make time for more enjoyment, whoever this is talking to. Okay, Libra, that's what I've got for you. I'm going to go over to my Vimeo channel, and I'm going to run a video on love growing in your life. But there you go, Libra. I think it all works out well for you. Cutbacks, maybe, baby steps, before you completely shout retirement on the world. And you may want to keep some windows of opportunity open for yourself, because I do think for some of you there's going to be some juggling. So that's what I've got. And until the next time, Libra, if you want a reading meant just for you, reach out to me through my email address or my Weebly website contact form, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, that's it. You see over at Vimeo for your love reading, and peace.